finally, we have a knife from CJRB. Been wanting to test them out for a while, and finally, it's here. And we actually have not just one, not two, but three of their knives. But in today's video, we'll be testing out this one. I meant to say this one. But why do I have a banana? Well, there's actually a reason for it. So, let's check it out and find out. And here it is, the CJRB Nanner. And you can probably tell why the banana. Kinda looks like one. But that's not to say it looks bad. I actually quite like it. I like bananas, so might be my style. There's this nice G10 handle, which has a banana-like shape, and of course with the yellow color. Yeah, kinda looks like a banana, but also makes it pop, stand out. So yeah, quite nice. As you can see, the blade deploys with a thumb stud, so let's try and deploy it. Deploys quite nicely, that's nice. It has this Persian-style AR RPM 9 blade, which is a budget blade steel, but it's also not that bad. This is a fairly budget knife. It costs about 40 to 50 bucks, depending on where you look, so a pretty decent blade steel for the price. As you can see, it locks in place with a crossbar lock. Let's see how that works. It's pretty stiff. You need to press it fairly hard, so that's a taken note. Maybe it will get looser over time, but we'll see. Let's try and deploy it again. And back again. Feels quite nice. Yeah, pretty cool. It does actually feel a bit weird to hold, as it might not seem like it, but it's super light. Weighs only 67 grams, while still having a blade length of 82 millimeters and a total length of 186 millimeters. So yeah, for the size, it's pretty light. Just to compare, this is the SRM251MB, and when comparing the size, it's pretty much smaller in all proportions. But when it comes to the weight, this one weighs 69 grams, and as I already said, this one 67, so it's lighter. And that's mainly because the handle feels super light. As you can see, it's almost entirely G10, and on the inside, don't know if you can see it, but the metal part has these machined pockets, so yeah, quite light. But now let's see how it cuts. So first off, this belt, pretty much no issues. Now, some paracord, also pretty easy. But now, let's test it with this book. First some cardboard, slices pretty nicely. Now, let's find a piece of paper and let's see how this goes. It does slice, but could be sharper. But now, let's give it a proper and a bit heavier task. First, let's try and cut the stick rope. Let's see how this goes. As you can see, it's pretty thick. Not that great, but also not terrible. About average, I would say. But now, let's remove this. These zip ties. Let's see how it handles them. Also, not great, but also not terrible. About average, again. But yeah, as you can see, the rope is pretty thick. It's about 22 millimeters in diameter, so it's a pretty hard task. But still, compared to the other results, the other knives I tested, I'd say the result is about average. There have been better ones, and there have been worse ones, so yeah. But also, just might need a bit of sharpening. As you saw on the paper, it did struggle a bit, so just might need a bit of sharpening, or even just a little strop. We'll see when I use it a bit more. Yeah, let's try and cut these zip ties like this. She slices fairly nicely. Let's try it again. Yeah, pretty nice. while holding them like this, it's not an issue. Let's see, is there any new movements on the blade? Seems not. Still very sturdy, which is quite nice. Let's try and cut some more. After the rope and zip ties, still cuts pretty much the same. Still struggles with paper. Yeah, just might need a bit of sharpening, but we'll see. Now, let's see how it fits in your pants and how it holds. Let's put it in. As you can see, the pocket clip is a deep carry pocket clip, so you can even barely see the yellow color. It's fully concealed, I would say. Looks pretty nice, but let's see how sturdy it is. So yeah, let's give it a light Sunday jog. And as you can see, it's holding pretty well. And I assume you won't be jogging like this, so it will probably hold whatever you're doing, I'd say. Yeah, let's take it out. And the pocket clip can be also reversed to our side. As you can see, there are screw holes here, so that's pretty nice. And when it comes to what it came with, I actually came with this pouch and this cloth, clean cloth, so that's pretty nice. So yeah, overall I quite like it. It does need some getting used to, as the shape is unusual, I would say, but it's also not bad. Yeah, just the grip is a bit weird after some other knives, even like this one, as the grip, as you can see, is backwards. So even when deploying the blade, you need to grab it in a bit of an angle and deploy it in like sort of like this motion, which is a bit different than what I'm used to. So yeah, but it's also not bad. It's pretty cool. So the last thing we need to do is give it a good cleaning rub, and now the banana. As you can see, it cuts pretty nicely. That part also fell. This one didn't. It is a bit dirty, but yeah, this is the only proper way a man needs to eat a banana. Like this. There's no other way. Yeah, now it's a bit dirty. Let's clean it. But yeah, overall, it's pretty nice. I like it. I'll continue carrying it, and yeah, we'll see how it goes, how it holds up. Now it's a bit sticky, but yeah, I'll need to clean it, and overall, I quite like it. So yeah, if you want to pick one up, I'll leave the links in the description, and yeah, if you like this review, leave a like, subscribe, and don't miss the next ones. So yeah, bye.